Okay, so I think we have time for one more, hopefully. So first they ask which of these gases is the fastest moving at a given temperature. They talk about kinetic energy. And then you want to look at the pressures and the speeds. So first, I'm just going to write down some of the equations that might be helpful to answer this. For average speed, it's going to be based off of this equation. Where the speed is equal to the square root of 8RT. R is a constant, which is 8.314 joules over mole K. And then T is just temperature in Kelvin. And then basically we're looking at the molar mass. So basically, the larger your molar mass, the slower your speed is. So I'm just going to write down all the molar masses for the gases that were given. For HBr, it's like 80.9 grams per mole. For NO2, it's like 46 grams per mole. And then lastly, C2H6 is only 30 grams per mole. So then therefore this one is the fastest. And then next, they're asking about the highest average kinetic energy. Okay, so we can use this equation right here, where kinetic energy is equal to 3/2 multiplied by RT. So you can see that this is not dependent of molar mass. It's only really dependent on temperature. So therefore, they'll all have the same kinetic energy. And then for this part of the question, they give like different scenarios where they vary either the pressures, or no, they vary like the volume and temperature. And you also want to look at the pressures of these gases. So I'm going to write down that equation as well. So for pressure, we're going to be using this PV equals nRT, where P is pressure, V is volume, N is number of moles, R is the same constant, and then T is temperature. Okay, so I'm just going to do the first part of the question just to show how you would answer something like this. Let's see what they've... So they do molar mass. Since we kind of did that already, let's look at case 2, where they talk about the different temperatures. So for case 2, the temperature of sample C is greater than the temperature of sample D. So how does the pressure change if the temperature of C is greater? And then you can see that as temperature increases, then the pressure also increases. So the answer is C is greater than D. For the speeds, temperature also increases. As it increases, the speed increases as well. So again, C is greater than D. And then lastly, if we look at kinetic energy, the same thing, C is greater than D. So let's look at what the junior tutor said. Okay, so they used the same equation for the average speed. They have the molar masses. They have this equation for the kinetic energy. So they just didn't write down the second part of the question where they look at pressure, so I'm just going to add that. Answer is correct. Also going to add that EV equals nRT to see how pressure is affected as well. Okay, so solution is correct. Okay, so that's all we have time for today. So if you like today's Q&A and you'd like to be notified of when we do this next, then click on the subscribe button and notification bell below. If you wanted to submit questions of your own, then also check out the links in the description. Also, remember to leave a like and comment if you like the video. Also, you want to share it with your friends and classmates, that would be great as well. So this has been Donna from OneClass, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!